It's glad to be here. It's glad to be doing well with you guys here. Um, so recently I have just thought, hey, so I had such high hopes for myself. I had like really high hopes. Um it's so weird because my imaginations, I believed in them. I believed in my imaginations, and the things I would love to imaginate about was myself. I saw myself in different situations, different lives, all thinking that they could be achievable, thinking that no matter what happens, I'll be fine. I will conquer the world. I will succeed. Like, I genuinely believed that for over like 10 years. I really had no idea what the world was capable of, what what life was going to truly be like. I was kind of kept away from the darker side of life. I really didn't. I Part of it was that I couldn't comprehend just how bad life could be. Like, I might have been too optimistic as a child. I might have just believed that the world is such a great place. I don't know if it was because of religion or if it was just me and my personality, but I just thought good things happen to good people. You would live life and be okay. I later realized that life is just way more complicated than that. Life is too complicated, honestly. Life I really do. I genuinely believe that life is just too complicated. I don't think we were designed to live in such complicated lifestyles. You know, I honestly kind of, I've worked in customer service, for years now, and you have your simple customer service jobs like Subway, where people know what they want, and people get it right all the time, you know. And then once I started selling cell phones, I started realizing that there's a lot of people that don't understand the process. Have never done it before, never had a smartphone, never changed providers, never lived with anything except their one number. They never got a brand new number. They had the same number for decades and decades. All these things, I've people being in uncomfortable situations, scared to make decisions, wanting to stick with the same. I've worked with people who they refused to get rid of their flip phone, just the phone with buttons on it. They refused to get rid of it. The last thing you wanted to do, the last thing they ever wanted to do was get rid of their flip phone and go to a smartphone. And then I've had people who, yes, they were ready for a smartphone, or like they said that they were ready, and then it just became so complicated. So I think life is complicated. It's just not an easy world to live in, emotionally, financially, anything else I could list off. Life is just not easy. So with that being said, with life just, I've kind of concluded that life's not easy. I think you should just kind of not let life be simple. Let life be as simple as you can. I'm starting to think the simplicity is kind of, it's something we've been just taking for granted, and with everything just being so complex, um it's a failed experiment. Because I don't know how much longer people are going to live in this complex lifestyle. Eventually they're going to find ways to make things simpler, and I think that's kind of what depression is, in in one description, this is just one perspective. Depression is just when life just, you know, puts its head over you, you know, and it just makes you lie there, you know. And again, you're just doing nothing. Life has just been so complicated. Your the inner workings of your brain has been rewired so much that your body just stops, you know, like a busted engine. It just stops, it stays there, can't move. I don't even, you know, you might not even want to move. Life is just so complex and just not fun at all. Um, you know, and I think that's why people have been, you know, not trying to find relationships, stay single, because that just makes things simpler as well. People playing video games are simpler, honestly, than real life. Video games, you can figure things out quicker, you know. Um, you can play the same thing over and over again for hours. It's always there, you know. You know what you're doing. It becomes a routine, a habit, you know. Hey, Burger King, McDonald's, other fast food restaurants. I can just order my meal, you know, just say what I want. I get it, you know. I pay the paycheck, you know. I just pay I just pay it. They make it for me. Is it the best for me? No, but it's simple. So I don't know. Cause I'm someone still to this day, I want to push myself all the time. I want to always get better. I always want to, you know, feel like I'm making progress always. But at the same time, life is just so overbearing now, you know, always thinking about, you know, how, I don't know. I'm just always thinking about how to get myself out of this, you know, emotionally, financially, physically, you know, trying to lose weight, trying to get better at that kind of stuff. So I don't know. So the advice I have for me right now is just don't worry about being a master, you know, mastering things. Because that's something I've always like strived for, was trying to master, trying to, you know, trying to, I guess, trying to be so good at something that it would change my life. That's really what I was trying to look for, you know, being such a good editor that I could quit my job and work for something else. Be such a good YouTuber that I could quit my job, do something else. I don't know. Such a good salesperson. I work in sales, so that where I can quit my job and go somewhere else. You see a pattern here. You see what I've been thinking of. So you might be saying, "Oh, it's just your job," but the thing is, it's not. It's just a job. You know, if I quit and work somewhere else, the routine goes the same. I guess what I'm trying to do is just make one part of my life better, you know, something that I felt that if I could improve, I would, you know, if I could give it my all, I would. But now I'm just realizing life is just it's just too it's too it's too precious to just like focus on one skill or try to like give it your all, you know, give your hours. Life is just too precious. Life, you want to have a fun life. You want to. You want to, so you should. I think so. You know, fun doesn't mean irresponsible. You still want your responsibilities. You still want to be better. You still want to improve, but you also want to realize that the simplest things can bring a lot of meaning and can kind of define your lifestyle, you know, even if you don't want it to, even if you're kind of ashamed of it. Yeah, the simplest things do bring me joy, you know. Maybe I don't eat fast food as much, but hey, once in a while I'll be, you know, slurping on some ramen, you know. That's kind of like my junk food of choice. I don't eat it all the time. I try to stay away from it. I do try to eat healthy, but you know, it's one of my guilty pleasures. And that is something that sometimes brings me joy in the day. Is it my most favorite thing of the day? Sometimes, you know, not all the time, but it's a routine I enjoy. It's something I'm you know, I'm happy with. just find stop and smell the roses is essentially what I'm trying to get at. I think we all have so much potential in our lives, but save that for someone else. So enjoy a nice drink. I don't know. Enjoy a nice movie. Enjoy the people that are around you. Spread that love. Enjoy making jokes at work. Enjoy that one hobby, that one sport. Keep things simple sometimes. Life is the way it is. It's a messy. It is a very messy. I don't want to say cesspool, but more like a jungle. It's a messy jungle. It's very messy. A lot of things are messy. So just learn to appreciate things you can understand, that you can keep simple. And yeah, that's really all I got for right now. Okay. Thank you.